Okay, let's go ahead and read a short story that I found that I thought was pretty cool. Soft spoken whisper. Remember the song Mama said there would be days like this? Well, I had one of those days recently. Nothing serious happened, but I should have stayed in bed that day. Actually, under the bed would have been better. It started off with me hurriedly putting on makeup. Without noticing, I filled in my right eyebrow way too high, so I went all over town looking like I was inquisitive or perhaps suspicious. No wonder the guy stocking shelves at the grocery store asked if I was looking for something. Next stop at the bank drive-thru. I wasn't totally prepared, so I was looking for a pen in my purse, which is like finding a toothpick in a black hole. When I went to put the deposit slip and check in the carrier that gets sucked into the bank, I told the teller there wasn't one in the tube. She said with a sigh, I guess the last person drove away with it. I'll go get another one. It happens. I thought, well, how dumb is that? But when she walked away, I noticed I had the darn thing in my lap. I'm not proud to say I thought very briefly about not telling her and driving away with it, but then I started laughing and told her I was having one of those days. She laughed too. Pulling out of the drive-thru lane, she saw me run up over the curb. At this point, she had to wonder why I'm allowed to drive a car. Next up, a shoe sale. I tried, but just couldn't pass it up. Trying on shoes that you can take right off the rack is fun. This day, however, I took off one shoe, started looking around and trying on, probably a dozen shoes, then realized I needed to locate my shoe. It wasn't where I started out. It was the first time I'd worn these shoes, and it would be best to still have a pair. I looked on the floor, on the chairs, on the display tables, and then went from rack to rack. There it was, my shoe on top of a rack of size 6s. Certainly not my shoe. On the way out of the store, those flashy rings that sparkle and shine caught my eye. I tried one on, still attached to box. I liked it, but didn't want to buy it. Then I realized I couldn't get it off my finger. I pulled and twisted, and my fingers started to swell a bit. More pulling, more twisting. No go. I went over to two saleswomen who were chatting and said I was embarrassed to tell them, but I couldn't get the ring off of my finger. It didn't help. It was still attached to the little box. One woman gave me the boy, you really are stupid look, but then the other one was very nice. She reached under the counter, got hand sanitizer, gave my finger a squirt, and that ring came off, clean as a whistle, and sanitized. Time to go home. Pushing my luck, I decided to bake a cake. Got the eggs to room temperature, started mixing it up, and moved the bowl slightly. Do you really need to get your eggs to room temperature? Interesting, I didn't know that. Sadly, it went under the automatic hand soap dispenser, so of course soap squirted into the cake mix. Luckily, it didn't land on egg white, so I took a spoon and carefully scooped out the glob of lavender-scented soap. The rest of the day and evening went without any more self-imposed unfortunate occurrences. Yep, Mama said there would be days like this. She was right, but she also said there's always tomorrow. Hey, she knows more than me. She made more cakes than I ever did in my life.